Namaskar and happy 75 years of independence to India. Greetings to all Indians all over the globe. What an year it has been. 75 years of independence has been really awesome for India. Now, how can we paint the picture of freedom at 75 for India? If you look back to the achievements that India had in all these 75 years and try to paint a picture, how does the picture look like? If I'm allowed to say so, it's in a nutshell sketchy, is it not? Yes, there are brilliant golden hues of shades parallel to the shades of gray and dark failures, and it has been a mixed bag. Let us now look at the achievements and the contradictions that go parallel in the history of India at 75. 1947, India got freedom. What was the GDP then? 1.2 lakh crore. And today it is 147.79 lakh crores. Huge. We are the fifth biggest economy in the world. But at the same time, we still fall under the category of developing country, middle income group, lower middle income country. So a long way to go to achieve the dreams of our freedom fighters and each one of us. We dream today that we should be in a developed country, not a developing country anymore. But there was Vision 2020, and today we are in 2022. Still, we are struggling as a developing country. Now we are talking of Vision 2047 when India will be 100 years old, a century of freedom. Yeah. Looking at the second one, when we got freedom, what was the literacy percentage? 12%, and today it is 74%. But are you satisfied with the literacy percentage alone? We wanted to have 100% literacy, but that is elusive as on today. And look at the education system. We are producing, churning out day in and day out, year in and year out, educated youth, but hardly employable. The education system is far from being satisfactory. So that needs definitely an urgent look. Look at the roads, look at the electricity, look at the water, the pure water that every household needs to be using daily. It is still elusive. So, like many others, I also had a thought what we should do to make our country a developed nation. Enough of talking about developing. We are continuing to be developing. We have gone to Mars, but still there are no Nobel Prize winners in science or in literature past our independence since 1947. The last one we got in literature was, of course, Rabindranath Tagore way back in 1913, and Chandrasekhar, who got his Nobel Prize in 1931. So these are all very old ones. When are we going to make it a habit of grabbing the honors at the international fora? Be it sports, be it science, be it humanitarian indices. I don't want to add to the plethora of writings, articles, talkings about what we should do, what we should not do. But I think, like all of you, like every responsible Indian citizen, I want to see my country doing much better than what it has been doing for the last 75 years. No point in trying to blame, trying to find out who did a mistake, who not. But now is the time when we sit up, and if at all we are educated, if at all we are among the intelligentsia, as it is called, Can we not throw up some ideas so that our country marches towards a developed nation, rather than trying to still working out day in and day out, trying to tell that we are developing and we are happy at it. A few examples. Come monsoon, there is not a single city in this country which is safe. You may be living in the posh apartments in a plush gated community in a big city of India, but if there is a thunder burst, or what is it called as cloud burst, then I'm sure you will wake up with your bedroom having almost waist deep or knee deep water, and you come out and see your cars from the cellar are floating around you. So when we can breathe with the satisfaction that we have good roads, we have a good drainage system in our cities, and we live comfortably with the basic needs of current, electricity, and water for drinking, that is, drinking water or cooking water, and good roads, good living standards. So, these are all very important indices for human beings. Only when we get all those, we can call ourselves a developed country. Of course, developed countries also face problems during cloudbursts, but not as regularly as we are facing. And far from being a developed country, we are still struggling. The poorest of poor, as Mahatma Gandhi had told, still doesn't know what is happening around him. He comes out as the day breaks for daily to eke out a living for the day, not knowing where he can get a good job. Can we not employ, like we had the Agniveers for the defense personnel? Can we not have small nukkad walas who are ready to volunteer to do the upliftment of the roads in their mohallas or in their gated communities, in their small villages? Let us empower them. Let us decentralize these type of development works so that each and everyone contributes towards the nation building. We have got a lot of unemployed youth. Can we not have a scheme wherein we employ these educated and nation builders who are ready to come forward and build nation with their hard work? Can we not give them their right to work and right to food? So today, when we have completed 75 years, a small thought on these lines. There were so many programs, like when I was a student, I was in the Rotarian Club. They started talking, teach one, each one. So each one of us should be teaching a person, should be educating a person, come what may, whatever may be the cost. But I don't think we have been able to do that. It is not a successful story yet, as yet, to my knowledge. I may be wrong. The data that I'm talking may not be correct, but the feeling that I'm talking is definitely correct. We are far from a developed nation. Can we not adopt a child for his or her education? Cannot the big business houses like the Tatas, Birlas, Adanis, Ambanis, or anybody for that matter, can we not adopt a few children for their education? Can we not make education free in this country to achieve a literacy percentage of 100%? Can we not provide health care? We had seen India has done reasonably well during this pandemic, but still reasonably only. The whole world had problems. We too had our problems. Though we are the pharmaceutical hub of this world, we still are having problems. Initially, we had no ventilators, we had no masks even. Now, of course, we are self sufficient, we are able to export, but still, the public health, the primary public health, is still a far cry, a pipe dream for each and every Indian that lives in this proud nation. So, can we not think and give ideas to the persons who are really waiting for your suggestions? So, I urge upon each one of you to kindly come forward and give your suggestions, not this 5 year plans. You had Niti Ayog, you had Planning Commission, but we have done so well, but not enough. That's what I feel. We can still do a lot. We can still make a lot of changes. We have to have the paradigm shift in our thinking, that colonial thinking, let government do it, yeah, let the panchayat fellow do it. Why not I do it or we do it in our colony? So when are we going to own this country and tell that country first? Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat, nice phrases, but are they finding enough roots on the ground? We have to make sure that they find roots in the ground. Then only we can dream of in the next 25 years when we turn 100, when India turns 100, free nation, freedom at 100, in the year 2047, we can be sure that our future generations will breathe a fresh air. As per the UN report, India loses 25% of its GDP due to the climate change. Are we changing enough? We are not. We are building our cities away from the water, so no water, water shortage every other day. If it rains, it pours heavily, and you are marooned in the overflowing nallas. So all this can be taken care. Only what we need is adding to the catchy phrases of our prime minister or all the politicians or everyone. We are fond of good phrases, no doubt, but underneath that we need a steely resolve to do something worthwhile, so that at the end of 100 years of freedom, we'll find we are doing much better. Our GDP per capita is 20,000 US dollars, not the 2,000 US dollars, which today makes us a lower income country, which is lower middle income country, that is. So just my thoughts, friends. Let us give a thought to it. Let us give suggestions wherever is possible. Let's try to do whatever little is possible from each one of us. Only when the whole citizens of this country awake and make a resolve to make their tomorrow a better tomorrow, the country will have lot of phrases, but at the ground level, we will still be a developing nation. That's all, ladies and gentlemen, for this Thursday thought. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless. Take care. Bye bye.